the Mississippi is earning her mighty nickname this spring.
The historic flooding of the Mississippi River hit low-lying neighborhoods of Memphis today.
Flooding in the Midwest is at such crisis levels it has led to some extreme measures.
This afternoon, President Obama signed a disaster declaration for Tennessee.
The dark skies, roaring thunder, dangerous tornadoes, and drenching rains that had plagued Memphis for days foreshadowed an even greater threat, a flooding of the Mississippi River, not seen since 1937. On April 25, 2011, the National Weather Service issued a long-term flood warning for areas along the Mississippi River, including Memphis and the Mid-South. Flood walls were closed, sandbags were filled, shelters were prepared, and the people came down to see what would be the second highest flood of the Mississippi River on record.
I've lived here 7 years, and I've never seen this.
I've been living here since 1943. I have never seen anything like this, and every day is something new.
It's scary, really. Like I've never seen a flood this bad in my life, and it's just really scary to think that, you know, that could even happen.
I just wanted to take some pictures of, you know, it's a record, obviously, and I just want to take a few pictures to remind me, and I'll come back and take some pictures from the same places after the water's gone down. I thought it'd make me a little thing to hang on the wall with a comparison.
For 2 straight weeks, people watched as the waters rose, slowly creeping up the rocks along the banks. Each day, swallowing more of the historic cobblestone landing, finally inching its way up the stairs, leading from Riverside Drive down to the cobblestones.
It was amazing. We've seen the footage on the news and stuff like that, but you don't get the full effect until you come down here and see it for yourself.
Eventually, the river entered Tom Lee Park, shut down Riverside Drive and parts of Beale Street, inundated Greenbelt Park, and reclaimed Mud Island.
I walked down here and parked up here at the Visitor Center, and the water's all the way over here. I was just looking at how the boats are just over at the marina, and just everything is floating. It's just water for miles.
Residents of Memphis in low-lying areas were asked to make plans in case their houses flooded. With the river knocking at their doors, the evacuation began. As they moved out, the Mississippi River moved in, an unwanted house guest to say the least.
It just breaks our heart. Paula and I both had friends and family affected by Katrina. I'm originally from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and it feels like it's all over again. Just any flood of this magnitude is just heartbreaking. We've donated supplies to the churches, the shelters. I mean, we're doing what we can because we feel so bad for them because of our Katrina experience.
Just pray for the families that have lost everything in this flood. We've been fortunate for it to have steered clear of our area, but there's so many that have just lost everything to it, so my heart goes out to those people.
On May 9, 2011, the floodwaters crested at plus 48 on the Memphis gauge and stayed with us for another week before beginning its slow retreat, leaving us with massive cleanup. Fortunately, no life was lost. Parks will be cleaned. Damage will be repaired. Homes will be replaced. And our spirit and compassion will continue to sustain us as we note this historic event and give respect to what we affectionately call the mighty Mississippi.